Good morning. We are actually at Cecil County Dragway this week. Ended up taking the green car and throwing it in the trailer, and we're here for Street Wars. There are a lot of cool cars here. Mine is not one of them, but we're gonna have fun bracket racing this turd today. So got the tech card all filled out. Gonna go get in the staging lanes and get that taken care of now, and then come back and just kind of hang out and go look at some cars. Let's go do that. All right, well, the car passed tech. I didn't expect otherwise. It doesn't have any modifications, so that was pretty easy. Just waiting in the lanes now to run. I think they send us off in about 10 minutes or so. There's nobody in the lanes yet. It's early. Lanes are empty, but I would expect these to fill up quite a bit later today. There are a lot of cars here. There's a lot of fast cars here. A lot of fast cars from Puerto Rico and New Jersey, Maryland, Pennsylvania. I've seen all kinds of stuff. So we'll walk the pits here after first run and just kind of see what's out there. But I'm not expecting much out of this car today. I ran a little quarter-mile test on the street just with an app, and it said that it ran like a 17.9 at 75 miles an hour. So back to the speeds that I was racing when I was 16 years old. But it's important to know where you've been, to know where you're going, you know. And if I'm gonna make this a drag car, I really want to get a good baseline and see how slow it is to begin with, so we can see how fast we made it. But that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna hang out in the lanes, and I'll have a run here in a second. All right, we're up. Far lane, gonna drive around the water box. There's really no reason to go through it. It doesn't burn out. So it's gonna be interesting to see reaction time, 60 foot. Don't really care about the quarter-mile time today. I mean, it's something to improve. Just as I build this car, it'll be fun to watch that number drop. But I mean, this is gonna be an 18-second car today, so whatever, just here to have fun. So full disclosure, I've never actually made a pass at this track. I made it to about the 330, and then I got pushed backwards and loaded onto the trailer. More on that some other day. Make sure I line up in the groove for maximum traction for my 18-second quarter-mile run. Maybe a little faster than it was on the street. Whoa, my hood scoop's flapping. I'll look at that in a second. Huh, nice track. Like I said before, I've never been down this far. Oh man, if you go off, you're going into the trees though. Yikes. Thank you. All right, sit rep. 0.214 reaction time. Definitely need to work on that. 2.4 60 foot. Wow, that's bad. But get this, 16.8 at 80 miles an hour. That's a full second faster than I expected to run today. That's really awesome, actually. Huh. That's so sad. This thing's almost as fast as my Civic. All right, whatever. I'm gonna stop at the trailer and just give the car a once over, and probably just go right back on out before it gets too crowded to do more pulls. So, all right, back in the lanes. I'm gonna do the far lane again. I don't know, just seems easier. Let's see. Scoop was flapping. I just installed that yesterday, so there was only 2 bolts, and I kind of had them in the middle, so the sides were coming up at speed. I ended up taking some bolts out of the trunk off the taillights. They're the same 8mm nut, and putting those on the outside and the front to try and keep the sides coming up. So we'll see what happens. If we lose the Scoop today, it'll be kind of exciting and a little embarrassing. Plan is to leave on the last yellow this time and try and get that reaction time down. heavy on the converter this time. Nice. Good pass. Again, not going for ET today. This car's got like 110 horsepower. So just looking to get the short track down in the launch and, you know, see if I can get consistent. It's bracket racing after all. Thank you. All right, so not bad. Better overall. Ended up cutting the reaction time in half, so I cut a 1.34 that time. 60 foot still 2.4, so that's just what this car does. Nothing I do is gonna make that faster today. ET, and yep, all about the same. So it looks like we're running 16/8 all day. Wow, that's awesome. All right, they just shut down time lanes, so I'm gonna take a break and go check out some cars. Look at this thing. You'll have to forgive the fat beats in the background. It's just kind of how it is, this part of the world. If you remember from the Honda Day video when Dan and I went, it's just part of the gig when you go to the racetracks around here. This thing's sweet though. Very, very well done. I like it. Beautiful. Look at the paint on this thing.
Yeah, that's paint.
Shoo.
Spray, not lit.
Man, beautiful. We got Track Rat Integra here. Next to, I would assume, is his buddy with the Drift Rat Vet. This thing is great. I love riced out American cars. Bolt-on wide body, big silly battle arrow. This is how you do a Vet. Just waiting for our turn to go. They just called index class 1050, 1150, and 12.0 index class. Bracket will probably be up after that. Gonna dial in at a 16.85 is what I'm gonna be aiming for. So hopefully they got chalk up there and we'll go ahead and get that done. So yep, let's go racing. All right, this isn't eliminations yet. We're still doing timed runs. So I get a third run, basically see what the car will run, which is really nice. Next one I'll have to have a number on my window. Negative time for my reaction, but I got a green light, so we'll have to see what the slip says. Left lane shutdown's a little bumpy here. Right lane's quite a bit smoother. That's interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Slower. I figured as much. So reaction time was a little off. I don't understand that. Unless they're not doing red lights for qualifying or time only. But yeah, so I got a negative 0.47 reaction time on that one. 60 foot's about the same as it's been. Quarter mile's about the same as it's been, a little slower, a tenth slower. That's probably just because it's gotten hot. So, all right, well, hang out and wait till they call us again. All right, so this is gonna be our 4th timed run. It's been a little confusing today. The announcer said that we got 2, but then he said that we got 1. I think he meant 1 per session, 2 total. So the 2 runs I got this morning are great. Those are just timed runs for fun. So, and then this is another timed run for fun. So I'll get 4 total. Next, which would be the 5th pass that I'm gonna make today, that's when I'm gonna have the time on the car. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I'm gonna stay. It's getting pretty late in the day. They're having a hard time getting people to the lanes because they have these stereo competitions that are going on, and so people can't hear the calls. So they've had empty lanes, and they got to run around and gather people up, and it's just kind of added a little bit of time throughout the day. And it's getting pretty late in the day, and we're not even into first round of qualifying. And it's Sunday, and I have to go to work, so I don't know if that's gonna fly. But we'll see. I'm gonna make this pass regardless. We'll see if she runs another 17.0 at 78 miles an hour or whatever it is. And if it does and everything's fine, then I'll make a decision whether or not I'm gonna load up or keep racing tonight. So yep, that's it. We're in the lanes now. Go from there. Crazy. I can feel it. It's loose. I'm in a 100 horsepower car. It kind of wants to float. I heard some other racers talking about that in the lanes. And if you look on the launch there, the whole front's just like floor dry. I think they're just trying to get cars through today. There are so many cars. It's 5 o'clock. They haven't even started qualifying. So people are going to be here really late tonight. I don't know if this track has a curfew. I doubt it. It's pretty much in the middle of nowhere. Thank you. That's not my time. Maybe it is my time. It's actually the best run of the day. Huh. Who knew? That said, I'm loading up. We're going home. Sun's getting low. 2-hour drive home. Sweet. That's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for hanging out.